On this episode of CityView, discouraging drunk driving. When teens drive, the city wants them to arrive alive. The new Central Library, brand new looks for all our books, and evacuee shelter preparation. Austin will help to weather the storm. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Those stories and more, but first, the Austin Youth Council recently partnered with AT&T to ask Austinites to stop texting and driving. This announcement was part of a larger campaign called It Can Wait, designed to educate students about the dangers of texting while driving, dangers that statistically affect teens during the summer months. The deadliest 100 days on the roadways take place between Memorial Day and Labor Day, and that's because nearly twice as many automobile deaths occur during that time period than the rest of the year. Mayor Lee Leffingwell and the Austin Youth Council recently spoke about these dangers at a news conference. We were there.
To put the dangers of texting and driving into perspective, taking your eyes off the road for 5 seconds to look at a text message or send a text message, the car travels the equivalent of 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools with your eyes closed. So that obviously presents a potentially very dangerous situation. We also know, there's not necessarily a direct correlation, but in the last few years, there's been a dramatic rise in vehicle crashes due to all kinds of reasons, but I think all of us suspect very strongly that it has a lot to do with distracted driving, especially texting while driving and using other electronic media.
The Austin Youth Council was formed to give Austin youth a representative voice in the city. They remind us that texting while driving is 23 times more likely to result in a crash. If you'd like to find out more information about It Can Wait or texting while driving, please visit itcanwait.org. Nowadays, texting and driving kills more teens than drinking and driving, but not by much. That's why public safety agencies recently staged a car accident caused by a fake drunk driver in front of a local high school. The goal of the event was to discourage students from drinking and driving by showing them an example of what can happen if you do. Students played the roles of the drunk driver and the victims. Take a look.
Every year we do Just to Save One Life. We get together and we get 2 cars put together, they smash them, crash them, and then our theater teacher douches us with fake blood, chocolate, corn syrup, so it tastes really good. And then we just act it out from there. Honestly, I was like, oh, it's just gonna be, just messing around, but then you realize like, oh, I've been with these people for 4 years and you see them and they're so realistic. It just breaks your heart when you're like, oh my gosh, one of them's dead, one of them's on life support, where's the other one's at? You're like, oh my God, I know this is fake, but this is so real at the same time.
This is something that we see a lot, when people drink and drive. They get in accidents like this. You may get lucky if you do drink and drive and it not happen, but there is a huge possibility of something like this happening. So definitely don't drink and drive because you don't want to see us on a collision. So
Many agencies from Pflugerville and Austin, Starflight, and Travis County were involved in the event, and they remind teens that drinking and driving is deadly. Well, education comes in all forms, whether it's from a news conference, a mock drinking and driving event, or a new public library. The City of Austin officially launched construction on the new Central Library and other improvements that will include a 160-foot arch bridge over Shoal Creek that will extend alongside the library and encourage bike and pedestrian use. Mayor Lee Leffingwell, City Council members, City Manager Mark Ott, and other city officials broke ground at the site on May 30th. This $120 million project resulted from a voter-approved 2006 bond referendum. This 6-story library will replace the Falk Central Library that was built in 1979. That library may be used to expand the Austin History Center. The new Central Library and nearby improvements are expected to be completed in 2016. Besides the new Central Library, other improvements around 710 West Cesar Chavez Street include the extension of 2nd Street, a bridge over Shoal Creek, and Shoal Creek Greenbelt enhancements. The project also includes trail landscaping and lighting improvements. The city's Public Works Department will oversee this project. For more information and project updates, please check the website austintexas.gov. Well, it's hurricane season, and if a major hurricane hits the Gulf Coast, we can anticipate that Austin and Central Texas will receive evacuees seeking shelter from the storm. The city of Austin and surrounding counties, along with the American Red Cross and school districts throughout the region, are refining their coordinated plans to receive these possible guests. When shelters are needed during a hurricane or other emergency, they're established in schools. These shelters are prepared to receive evacuees as well as their pets. Shelters can also support evacuees with medical or other functional needs. Recently, shelter managers held a drill at Round Rock High School where a mock shelter was set up and mock evacuees were registered.
We can, here in Central Texas, provide more services for more people easier, quicker. We can provide medical services, mental health services, dietary. We can do a lot of things for people if they're all in one large place like this, more so than we could do if they were more spread out.
If you're interested in being trained to serve as a volunteer shelter manager, you can call the American Red Cross at 512-928-4271. But as you may know, not all weather in Austin is stormy. Do you like fun in the sun? Do you prefer sunscreen with your summer? Well, good news, the Austin Parks and Recreation Department's Aquatic Division is looking for 200 additional job applicants to fill lifeguard positions at city pools throughout the city. Applicants must be 15 years of age or older to apply. Spaces are limited, so please do not delay. For more information, please call 512-974-9332 or visit our website at lifeguardaustin.com. That's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. The next episode of CityView will be June 28th. Thanks for watching.